Ladies and gentlemen, laziness is something that we all face from time to time, but it is important to recognize that it is not our enemy. It's a feeling, a state of mind. It's easy to fall into the trap of procrastination, to push things aside because they feel overwhelming or tiring. However, each day is an opportunity to take control, to shift our mindset, and to take action. Starting your morning the right way is the key to overcoming that heavy feeling of laziness. The way you begin your day has the power to set the tone for everything that follows. If you can take small steps every morning to counteract the urge to be lazy, you will begin to notice changes not only in how you feel, but in how you approach life as a whole. The first step to destroying laziness is to move your body. When you wake up, your body has been in a state of rest, and it is crucial to gently wake it up by getting the blood flowing. This doesn't mean you need to run a marathon or do an intense workout. It's about simply moving your muscles to get your body energized. It could be as simple as stretching, doing some light yoga, or walking around the house. Just 5 minutes of light activity can work wonders. When you get up and move, you're signaling to your body and mind that it's time to begin the day. This sets the tone for the rest of the day, helping to break the inertia that often accompanies laziness. Physical movement not only wakes you up, but also releases endorphins, those feel good hormones that boost your mood and help you feel more motivated. This initial burst of energy can carry you through the early hours of the morning, making you feel more alert and less likely to fall back into bed. It's like jump-starting your body. It gives you the energy to tackle tasks head on and avoid the temptation to stay inactive. When you make this simple act a part of your routine, your mornings will be filled with a sense of accomplishment right from the start. Many people think that if they don't exercise intensely, they're not doing enough. But what's important is that you're doing something, even if it's light. A few minutes of physical movement is better than none at all. It's not about pushing yourself too hard or trying to fit in a full workout. It's about creating a habit of moving your body first thing in the morning. Over time, you'll notice that this small action leads to big changes in how you feel and approach your day. In addition to giving you a quick energy boost, physical movement can also clear your mind. Sometimes we wake up with a foggy head, overwhelmed by the thoughts and tasks waiting for us. Moving your body can help shake off that mental fog. When you start your day with a few minutes of exercise or stretching, you're not just preparing your body for the day ahead, you're also preparing your mind. You're setting the foundation for mental clarity, which makes it easier to stay focused and energized throughout the day. The key here is to make physical movement an automatic part of your morning routine. This doesn't need to take up a lot of time, but it needs to be consistent. If you can commit to even just 5 minutes of movement every morning, it will become a powerful tool in destroying laziness. Eventually, this habit will be ingrained in your routine, and you'll start to notice that you feel more motivated, energized, and ready to take on whatever challenges the day throws your way. Making your bed might seem like one of the smallest and simplest tasks to complete, but it has a profound impact on your mindset. When you wake up, the first action you take sets the tone for the rest of the day. Making your bed is a powerful act because it symbolizes a small win, a moment where you take control of your environment. It might seem trivial, but the simple act of organizing your immediate surroundings brings a sense of order and accomplishment. When you make your bed, you immediately feel that you have done something right, and that feeling of achievement boosts your confidence. It gives you that first dose of success to carry forward into the day, and when you build on that success, it starts a positive momentum. Laziness thrives in chaos, in clutter, and in disorganization. A messy room or an unmade bed can create a mental block, making you feel overwhelmed even before you start your day. The mess around you can trigger stress, anxiety, and procrastination. But when you take a moment to tidy up your bed, you signal to your brain that you are in control. This small action creates a sense of clarity in your mind, and in turn, it helps you to be more productive and focused throughout the day. There is a psychological effect at play here too. The physical act of making your bed forces you to move, which activates your body and your mind. It's a simple, non-negotiable action that gives you an early win and starts the day with a sense of purpose. You are declaring in that very moment that you are ready to face whatever comes next. You've already achieved something, no matter how small, and that feeling of accomplishment is powerful. It's like checking off the first task on your to-do list without even thinking about it. It may seem insignificant in the grand scheme of your day, but it's not about the task itself. It's about the mindset it creates. You are training yourself to be disciplined and to take action, even when it feels like the day is just beginning. One of the key benefits of making your bed is that it creates an environment that reflects your mindset. When you take the time to make your bed, you start to feel more organized, and that orderliness spreads throughout your entire day. You begin to approach the rest of your tasks with the same level of care and attention. It's a simple step that creates a ripple effect. You start noticing the little things, and over time, this leads to bigger changes. A well-made bed also improves the aesthetics of your room, making it feel more inviting and peaceful, which can significantly improve your mood. The cleaner and more organized your space is, the more likely you are to feel energized and motivated to tackle the day. In addition to improving your mindset and surroundings, making your bed also teaches you the value of routine. Establishing small habits like this builds a foundation for larger routines. It shows you that discipline doesn't have to come from doing grand or complicated things. It can come from simple, consistent actions that you do every day. The habit of making your bed doesn't take much time, but it sets the stage for everything that follows. It helps you establish a sense of order in your day and your mind, which in turn makes it easier to stay on track with your other tasks. Many successful people swear by the habit of making their bed every morning. It's a small but impactful way to start the day with purpose. It serves as a reminder that it's the little things in life that often make the biggest difference. When you start your day with intention, even in the smallest tasks, you set yourself up for success. The impact is not just physical, it's emotional and psychological as well. This small act of tidying up your space teaches you discipline, creates momentum, and helps you shift your mindset away from laziness and towards action. And when you look at your neatly made bed later in the day, it serves as a reminder of your own capability. You started with something simple, and now the rest of the day is waiting for you to tackle it with the same level of intention and clarity. Mindfulness and meditation are powerful tools to help you start your day with clarity and calm, and they play a crucial role in defeating laziness. We often wake up in the morning already feeling overwhelmed by the tasks that lie ahead. The to-do lists, the responsibilities, the demands of life, they can all feel like an avalanche, and it's easy to retreat into the comfort of inaction when faced with this mental overload. But taking just a few minutes to center yourself through mindfulness or meditation can completely shift how you approach your day. Instead of diving into the chaos, you create space for yourself to breathe, reflect, and set your intentions for the day. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment. It involves focusing your attention on what you are doing without judgment and being aware of your thoughts and feelings as they arise. It is easy to let the mind wander or become distracted by worries about the past or future. Mindfulness helps bring you back to the here and now, making it easier to respond to your day with a sense of purpose rather than reacting out of stress or anxiety. When you practice mindfulness, you train your mind to stay focused and grounded. This mental clarity helps to reduce feelings of being overwhelmed, allowing you to approach your tasks with a clearer, calmer perspective. Meditation takes mindfulness a step further. It is the intentional practice of focusing your mind, often through techniques such as deep breathing, body scans, or guided imagery. By focusing on your breath or visualizing a peaceful scene, you allow your mind to let go of distractions and enter a state of relaxation. This doesn't mean that your thoughts will suddenly stop, but rather you begin to acknowledge them without letting them control you. Meditation is a tool for mental and emotional regulation. It allows you to detach from the noise of the world and tune into your inner thoughts and feelings, helping you to build mental resilience and emotional balance. The benefits of meditation and mindfulness extend far beyond just feeling relaxed. These practices have been shown to reduce stress, improve emotional well-being, and enhance cognitive function. When you start your day with mindfulness, you prepare your mind to tackle the day with a sense of calm, focus, and confidence. It allows you to approach challenges from a place of inner strength rather than reaction. This ability to be present and aware is essential in combating laziness because it helps you become more intentional with your actions, preventing the tendency to procrastinate or delay tasks due to fear or overwhelm. A few minutes of mindfulness or meditation in the morning also helps to set a positive tone for the rest of your day. It is an act of self-care, a moment of peace in an otherwise busy world. By taking this time for yourself, you are reminding yourself that your mental and emotional health is just as important as your physical health. It helps you build a sense of control over your day and your life. When you start the day in a peaceful state, you are less likely to be swept up by distractions or the weight of your responsibilities. Instead, you approach each task with intention and purpose. Even a short practice can have profound effects. You don't need to meditate for an hour or practice mindfulness in elaborate ways to experience the benefits. Just 5 to 10 minutes can be enough to recalibrate your mind and reset your energy. During this time, focus on your breath, let go of any tension in your body, and set positive intentions for the day ahead. You can do this before getting out of bed, sitting quietly with your thoughts, or finding a quiet corner in your home. It's about creating a sacred moment for yourself before diving into the demands of the day. What's most important is consistency. The more you practice mindfulness and meditation, the easier it becomes to integrate them into your routine. Over time, these practices build mental discipline and help to create a foundation for emotional resilience. They allow you to tackle challenges with a calm, focused mind, which reduces the likelihood of feeling overwhelmed or lazy when tasks arise. The habit of mindfulness also trains you to be more present in other areas of your life, making it easier to stay focused on your goals and less likely to procrastinate. Mindfulness and meditation are not just techniques, they are ways of living. They teach you to slow down, breathe, and respond to life with intention and calm. By incorporating these practices into your morning routine, you are setting yourself up for success. You are laying the groundwork for a day filled with clarity, focus, and a sense of purpose, helping you to defeat laziness before it even has a chance to take root. Setting a clear intention for your day is one of the most powerful ways to combat laziness and procrastination. When you wake up in the morning, it's easy to feel like you're just going through the motions of the day without any real purpose or direction. It's almost like you're on autopilot, letting the hours slip by without truly engaging with your goals or tasks. However, taking a few moments to set a specific intention for your day can completely shift your mindset and transform your productivity. This simple act of intentionality can be the difference between feeling stuck and feeling accomplished, energized, and focused. An intention is more than just a goal or task. It's a guiding principle that shapes how you approach the day. It's about identifying what you want to focus on, how you want to feel, and what kind of energy you want to bring to your work and interactions. Setting an intention is like creating a roadmap for your day. It gives you a sense of direction, a reason to wake up and start moving. Without an intention, you may feel aimless or unfocused, which can lead to procrastination and laziness. But when you have a clear intention, you have something to anchor yourself to, something that motivates you to take action. Its SETINTENTION is that it doesn't back to have by to be a clarity G and lofty goal. It can be something as simple as deciding to be present during a meeting, choosing to stay calm in stressful situations, or committing to making progress on a project you've been putting off. Intentions can range from something small, like deciding to take breaks throughout the day to avoid burnout, to something more significant, like setting a goal to complete a major task. What matters most is that your intention reflects what you need for that particular day. It helps you focus your energy on what truly matters, rather than getting distracted by tasks that don't align with your goals. Setting a daily intention also helps you prioritize your time. Often, we waste time on things that don't really move us forward, checking social media, mindlessly scrolling through the internet, or getting lost in unimportant tasks. When you set a clear intention, it acts as a filter, helping you choose what's most important to focus on. It allows you to eliminate distractions and stay aligned with your goals, so you can be more intentional about how you spend your time. By setting a daily intention, you create a framework that helps you stay focused and productive, making it much harder for laziness to take hold. The process of setting an intention also helps you cultivate mindfulness. It's a moment to check in with yourself and ask, what do I need today? How do I want to show up in the world? What's most important right now? This self-awareness helps you become more conscious of your choices throughout the day. When you've set an intention, you are less likely to get swept up in reactive emotions or unproductive habits. You are actively choosing how you want to respond to the day's challenges, which makes you more resilient to the temptation of laziness or procrastination. In addition, setting an intention creates a sense of accountability. You are making a commitment to yourself to take specific actions, and that sense of commitment can drive you forward. Whether it's following through on a task, staying organized, or simply showing up with a positive attitude, your intention serves as a reminder to follow through on what you've promised yourself. It's easy to let the day slip away, but when you set an intention, you are consciously deciding how you want to spend your time and energy. This level of accountability helps you avoid wasting precious time and ensures that you stay focused on what's important. Another important benefit of setting an intention is that it aligns your actions with your values. When you set your intention, you are not just working on tasks or completing chores, you are living according to what truly matters to you. Whether your intention is to be kind to yourself, to prioritize your health, or to achieve a personal milestone, it aligns your daily actions with your deeper values. This alignment creates a sense of purpose, which makes it much harder to fall into laziness. When you are aligned with your values, you are motivated to take action, and procrastination becomes less tempting because you can clearly see the bigger picture. In the process of setting your intention, it's also important to remember that it's not about perfection, it's about progress. The goal is to set yourself up for success, but you don't need to have everything figured out. What matters is that you are taking conscious steps toward your goals, no matter how small. By setting an intention each day, you train your mind to focus on what's important and stay motivated. It may take time to build this habit, but as you continue to practice setting clear intentions, you'll find that your days become more purposeful, your tasks more manageable, and your productivity much higher. Consistency is one of the most powerful tools for defeating laziness. It's not about making drastic changes all at once or attempting to become a completely different person overnight. Instead, it's about committing to small, positive actions every day that add up over time. A consistent morning routine provides structure, clarity, and momentum, which makes it much harder to give in to feelings of laziness. When you establish a routine that works for you, you create a sense of predictability and control, which allows you to face the day with confidence and energy. Building consistency in your morning routine requires discipline, but it doesn't have to be difficult. The key is starting small and focusing on creating a sustainable routine that you can stick to every day. It doesn't have to be elaborate or time-consuming. In fact, simplicity is often the best approach. The more complex and rigid your routine, the harder it can be to maintain, especially when life throws unexpected challenges your way. Consistency is about showing up every day, doing what you said you would do, and making those small actions a regular part of your life. When you are consistent in your routine, it becomes second nature. You no longer have to think about it or struggle with motivation because the routine has already been established. Your body and mind get used to waking up and performing certain actions at certain times, which reduces resistance and procrastination. Over time, the behaviors you incorporate into your morning routine will feel effortless. The more consistent you are, the easier it becomes to keep moving forward, and the harder it is for laziness to take root. One of the greatest benefits of consistency is that it helps you build momentum. When you start your day with a consistent routine, you gain a sense of accomplishment right from the moment you wake up. This initial success creates positive energy that propels you into the next task. It's like a snowball effect. As you accomplish one small task after another, you feel more motivated to continue working towards your goals. Each small success adds up and reinforces your ability to overcome laziness and accomplish bigger tasks. By sticking to a routine, you are essentially training your mind and body to take consistent action, which builds confidence in your ability to follow through. A consistent morning routine also helps you stay organized and clear-headed. When your mornings are predictable, you reduce mental clutter and the stress of decision-making. You don't waste time figuring out what to do first, second, or third. The routine is already set, and you simply follow the steps. This clarity allows you to conserve your mental energy for more important tasks later in the day. When you know exactly what you're doing each morning, you're less likely to get sidetracked by distractions or overwhelmed by the sheer number of things you need to do. A consistent routine is like creating an internal structure for your day that you can rely on to keep you on track. Consistency also helps you make steady progress towards your long-term goals. While it may not feel like much in the moment, taking small actions every day compounds over time. The more consistently you work on building your routine, the more likely you are to achieve your bigger objectives. Whether it's personal growth, career advancement, or simply creating a healthier lifestyle, consistency is the key that unlocks progress. When you consistently put in the effort each morning, you are making incremental steps toward your goals, which over time leads to significant change. Furthermore, being consistent in your morning routine fosters a sense of responsibility. You start to take ownership of your time and energy, recognizing that you have the power to shape your day. The commitment to your routine is a commitment to yourself and your personal growth. When you hold yourself accountable to your morning habits, you strengthen your self-discipline and train yourself to stick to commitments, even when the motivation isn't always there. This sense of responsibility carries over into other areas of your life, making it easier to tackle tasks throughout the day with the same level of dedication and consistency. One of the most important aspects of building consistency in your morning routine is to be flexible and forgiving with yourself. There will be days when things don't go according to plan, or when you don't feel like following through. This is normal and part of the process. The key is not to give up entirely on your routine just because you had an off day. Instead, use it as an opportunity to learn and adjust. The more you stick with your routine, even on challenging days, the stronger your consistency will become, and the less likely you will be to fall into laziness or procrastination. It's about the long-term commitment to taking consistent action, not perfection. In the end, the power of consistency lies in its ability to create habits that work for you. When you develop a routine that aligns with your values and goals, you naturally start to make better choices, avoid distractions, and take meaningful actions. Over time, this consistency will transform your mornings, and ultimately your life, making it much easier to overcome laziness and be productive. One of the most effective ways to destroy laziness is by embracing small, positive actions that, over time, lead to long-term change. It is easy to become overwhelmed by the bigger picture, especially when you are faced with daunting tasks or goals. The thought of tackling something large can often lead to procrastination, as the scale of the work feels too much to handle. However, breaking down larger goals into small, manageable actions can be a game changer. These little steps might not seem significant on their own, but when done consistently, they add up and can completely shift your habits, mindset, and productivity. The idea behind small actions is rooted in the principle of incremental progress. You do not need to make dramatic changes overnight. Instead, focus on doing something small every day that moves you closer to your goals. For example, if you are trying to get in shape, a 10-minute workout every morning is far better than doing nothing at all. Similarly, if you're working on a large project, dedicating just 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference over time. These small, focused actions ensure that you are always making progress, even when it feels like you're not accomplishing much. The consistency of these actions, no matter how small, builds momentum and encourages you to continue. What's particularly powerful about embracing small actions is that they remove the mental block of perfectionism. Often, we avoid starting tasks because we believe that if we can't do it perfectly, it's not worth doing at all. However, this mindset leads to stagnation, and laziness thrives in the absence of action. When you shift your focus to small steps, you let go of the idea of needing to do everything perfectly and instead celebrate the progress you're making, however small. This shift in perspective allows you to build confidence in yourself and your ability to follow through, and it makes the task at hand feel less intimidating. These small actions also make it easier to overcome the mental resistance that often comes with laziness. When a task feels too large or too challenging, it's common to mentally shut down or delay it. But when you focus on completing a small part of the task, you create a sense of accomplishment, which in turn motivates you to do more. This sense of completion is incredibly powerful because it builds positive momentum. As you check off small tasks one by one, you start to feel that you are making tangible progress, and this momentum fuels your motivation to keep going. The more you embrace small actions, the easier it becomes to keep moving forward, and the harder it is for laziness to take hold. Moreover, small, positive actions can help you stay in control of your day and your goals. Rather than waiting for motivation to strike or for the perfect moment to begin, you take the initiative and set the tone for your day. This proactive approach eliminates the need to rely on external factors or fleeting feelings of motivation. Instead, you take responsibility for your actions and decisions, which creates a sense of empowerment. Each small action is a choice that moves you closer to where you want to be, and with each choice, you reinforce your commitment to your personal growth. Small actions are also less overwhelming, which makes it easier to stay consistent. Large tasks can feel like a mountain to climb, and when faced with something too big, it's easy to give up or postpone it indefinitely. However, breaking things down into smaller, more digestible pieces makes them feel more achievable. When you focus on taking one small step at a time, the overall goal feels more manageable and less intimidating. This approach encourages you to take action rather than wait for the perfect time or circumstance to start. Another benefit of embracing small actions is that they help you build habits that last. Habits are the key to sustained progress, and the more consistent you are with small, positive actions, the more likely they are to become ingrained in your routine. Once these actions become habitual, you no longer need to think twice about them. You just do them. This eliminates the need for constant decision making, which can be exhausting and lead to procrastination. When you develop the habit of taking small steps every day, you build a system that supports long-term success. Ultimately, embracing small actions for long-term change is about trusting the process and being patient with yourself. Change does not happen overnight, and it is important to give yourself time to grow and evolve. Instead of focusing on the end result, focus on the journey and recognize that every small step is progress. Over time, these small positive actions compound and lead to big results. You will not only defeat laziness, but you will also create a foundation for lasting success and personal growth. By taking consistent, manageable steps every day, you pave the way for a future where laziness no longer holds you back, and productivity becomes a natural part of your routine. Celebrating your progress is one of the most powerful ways to destroy laziness and stay motivated. It's easy to focus on what you haven't done yet, on the things still left to achieve, but this mindset can quickly lead to feelings of frustration, discouragement, and eventually laziness. Instead, taking time to acknowledge and celebrate the progress you've made, no matter how small, helps to keep you energized and motivated. It's not about waiting until everything is perfect or complete, but about recognizing the steps you've taken and the effort you've put in. This shift in focus from what's lacking to what's been accomplished allows you to build positive momentum that propels you forward. Celebrating progress reinforces the idea that action, even in small doses, leads to results. Often, we don't notice the progress we're making because we're too focused on the end goal or the obstacles in front of us. However, every step you take is a step closer to your larger vision. By acknowledging these smaller wins, you remind yourself that you are capable of achieving your goals, even if it takes time. Whether you've completed a task, made it through a challenging day, or simply stuck to your morning routine, these moments of progress are worth celebrating. When you pause to recognize your achievements, you create a positive feedback loop that motivates you to keep going. One of the most effective ways to celebrate your progress is by practicing gratitude. Gratitude has the power to shift your focus from what you don't have or what's going wrong to what you do have and what's going right. By being thankful for the progress you've made, you acknowledge the hard work and effort you've put in. This can be a simple reflection in the morning or evening, where you take a moment to appreciate what you've accomplished. When you practice gratitude, you build a mindset that focuses on abundance, growth, and positivity, making it easier to stay motivated and overcome laziness. Celebrating progress also helps you create a sense of accomplishment. It's easy to get lost in the daily grind, focusing on the tasks at hand without taking time to reflect on how far you've come. However, when you take a step back and look at the progress you've made, You realize that you are moving forward, even if it doesn't always feel that way. This sense of accomplishment boosts your confidence and reinforces the idea that your efforts are worth it. It reminds you that each action you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your ultimate goals. When you celebrate these moments of success, you create a positive mindset that makes it easier to tackle the next challenge. It's important to celebrate progress in a way that feels meaningful to you. This doesn't have to be a grand gesture or a big reward. It can be as simple as acknowledging the effort you've put in. Maybe it's taking a moment to smile at yourself after completing a task, or giving yourself a small treat, like a favorite snack or a brief break. Celebrating progress doesn't have to be complex. It's about recognizing the effort and the success, no matter how small. The key is to take time to pause and reflect, to give yourself credit for what you've done, and to appreciate the journey, not just the destination. In addition to celebrating your progress, it's crucial to keep moving forward. It's easy to get stuck in the cycle of perfectionism, where you feel like you can't move forward until everything is just right. However, this mindset only leads to inaction and procrastination. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances, focus on keeping the momentum going. Every step you take, no matter how small, contributes to your larger goals. Progress is built on action, not perfection, and the more you keep moving forward, the closer you get to where you want to be. It's also important to be kind to yourself along the way. Celebrating your progress isn't about being arrogant or self-congratulatory. It's about recognizing the effort and determination it takes to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. Being kind to yourself means acknowledging that setbacks are a natural part of the process, and that it's okay to make mistakes or face challenges. Rather than allowing these setbacks to derail your progress, use them as opportunities to learn and grow. By keeping a positive attitude and celebrating your progress, you create a mindset of resilience that helps you bounce back from any obstacles that come your way. Finally, celebrating progress and continuing to move forward helps you stay motivated over the long term. When you acknowledge the small wins, you build confidence in your ability to achieve bigger goals. The more you celebrate your progress, the more you will feel empowered to take on the next challenge. Laziness thrives in a mindset of stagnation, but when you focus on your progress and keep moving forward, you create a sense of energy and momentum that makes it much harder for laziness to take hold. Every celebration, no matter how small, fuels your motivation to keep pushing forward and keeps you on track to reach your goals. A healthy breakfast is more than just a meal. It is the fuel that powers you through the morning, providing your body and mind with the necessary energy to function at their best. The idea of skipping breakfast may seem tempting to some, especially in a rush, but doing so can be detrimental to your productivity, focus, and overall well-being. After a long night's sleep, your body is essentially running on empty. Breakfast, therefore, is crucial to replenish the energy you have lost and kickstart your day in the right direction. When you skip breakfast, you are setting yourself up for an energy slump before the day has even begun. Without proper fuel, your body turns to other sources for energy, such as breaking down muscle mass, which can lead to fatigue, irritability, and a lack of focus. Instead of jumping into a cycle of tiredness, you can ensure you're in a better position to fight off laziness by having a balanced breakfast. A healthy meal will keep your blood sugar stable, help you stay alert, and provide the long-lasting energy you need to power through your tasks. What you choose to eat for breakfast makes all the difference. A meal that is rich in complex carbohydrates, lean proteins, and healthy fats is ideal. These foods release energy gradually throughout the morning, preventing that mid-morning crash that often follows sugary, processed breakfasts. Instead of reaching for a sugary cereal or a pastry, opt for whole foods like oats, eggs, yogurt, nuts, fruits, and vegetables. These foods not only provide lasting energy, but also offer essential vitamins and minerals that support cognitive function and mental clarity. It's also important to stay hydrated, so starting your day with water or a hydrating beverage like herbal tea is essential to help your body function at its best. Eating a nutritious breakfast can do more than just fuel your body. It can also have a positive impact on your mood and motivation. A well-balanced meal helps stabilize your hormones and maintain a positive outlook. When you feel physically good, it's easier to focus on the tasks ahead of you. You are less likely to feel sluggish or lethargic. Instead, you'll feel more motivated to take on the day with enthusiasm and drive. A good breakfast can also improve your concentration and memory, which means you'll be able to approach your tasks with a clearer, sharper mind. This leads to higher productivity and a better overall performance throughout the day. When you nourish your body properly, you also demonstrate self-care. By taking the time to eat a wholesome breakfast, you are telling yourself that you value your well-being. It's a simple yet powerful form of self-love. In a world where so many people are rushing through their mornings without pausing to care for themselves, starting your day with a healthy breakfast sets you apart. It helps you build a habit of treating your body well, and as a result, you begin to see improvements in both your physical health and mental clarity. Breakfast is not just about eating, it's about making the right choices for your body. It's an opportunity to set a positive tone for your day, to choose foods that nourish you and give you the energy you need to be productive. Rather than relying on caffeine or sugar to get through the morning, focus on providing your body with real, wholesome foods that give you sustainable energy. Doing this consistently will make a noticeable difference in how you feel during the day and how much you can accomplish. In addition, taking the time to prepare a healthy breakfast also means taking a few minutes to slow down and be intentional about the day ahead. This quiet moment of preparing and eating your meal allows you to center yourself before the hustle and bustle begins. It's a practice of mindfulness, where you can be present with yourself, your body, and your goals. And when you start the day with this level of care, it's much easier to approach the challenges of the day with focus and purpose. You're less likely to be distracted by cravings or sluggishness, and more likely to stay motivated throughout the day. When you make eating a healthy breakfast a habit, it becomes ingrained in your routine. It is no longer a decision you have to think twice about. It becomes as natural as brushing your teeth. And when you incorporate this healthy habit into your daily life, you'll find that the mornings become something to look forward to, rather than something to dread. This habit not only helps fight off laziness, but also serves as the foundation for a more energetic, focused, and productive life.